Before we start, if you would like your gameplay analyzing with personal feedback tailored to you, trading advice or squad recommendations based on your individual circumstances, my contact details are in the description box. Welcome back to another exciting video on the channel. By the time you finish watching this, you'll be converting your goal-scoring opportunities like a true professional player. And guess what? It's not about relying on timed finishing, as you're about to discover. If you think about how many people play FIFA, then, by using logic, we can say that the overwhelming majority of FIFA players are in divisions 2 to 10. The reason for this is that as each level or division gets harder, fewer people make it through to the next one. This progression suggests that the player base becomes more concentrated in the lower divisions. Knowing this, we can determine that it would only make sense for EA Sports to create a game that caters to the many rather than the few. This is an important factor to remember because I've come across many instances where people claim that green timing your finishing is the only way to score goals in FIFA 23. However, this is not entirely true. Personally, I don't use timed finishing and have never relied on it. In fact, it's only in Division 1 that you start to see players utilizing timed finishing, and even there, it remains a rarity. Surprisingly, most of the players in the Elite Division don't even use it. So, how do I manage to score nearly every time I shoot? The answer is rather simple. My build-up play is specifically geared towards creating scoring opportunities that I know will have a high success rate. If you've been following the video clips, you may have noticed that most of the goals I score are variations of a few particular types. For instance, one common method is driving to the byline and cutting the ball back across the goal, which creates excellent scoring opportunities. Another effective technique is shooting across the goal. These strategies underline the significance of having a strong foot on the strong side. However, the first overpowered finish I want to discuss is the tap shot. As the name suggests, it involves simply tapping the shoot button instead of powering up a shot as you normally would. Surprisingly, this method proves successful almost every time, especially when executed inside the penalty box. To optimize your chances, aim slightly towards either side of the goal, depending on the goalkeeper's positioning, and then just tap shoot. After attempting it a few times, you will develop a sense of how long to press the shoot button for optimal results. This particular technique becomes crucial when facing formidable goalkeepers like Team of the Year icon Van der Sar or Team of the Year Courtois. Give it a try and you'll start to witness more of your shots finding the back of the net. Moving on, let's discuss another effective method known as cutback goals. This technique involves utilizing your winger's speed and skill to drive towards the byline and cut the ball back inside the box to one of your attacking players. It has become one of the most popular and highly effective strategies in FIFA 23, and opponents find it incredibly challenging to defend against. To successfully execute cutback goals, it's essential to incorporate the skill moves I mentioned in the attacking video. These moves will help you beat the defender and reach the byline, creating the perfect opportunity for a cutback pass. Additionally, I have a little-known tip for preventing these goals from happening to you, which I will cover in a separate video. But for now, remember that goals win games, so let's proceed to the next technique. The shot across goal is another highly effective way to score in FIFA 23. This method works best when you fire the ball into your strikers using a driven pass, and then employ stepovers or other skill moves to beat the defending player. As you find yourself around the edge of the box, it's crucial to shoot across the goalkeeper with your strong foot. To achieve this, aim slightly towards the far post using the left analog stick. It's worth noting that in such situations, especially considering the goalkeepers being used at this stage of the game, you can always resort to the tap shot if you're having difficulty putting away your chances. Last but not least, the finesse shots from outside the box and the trivela shot, also known as the outside of the foot shot, have a glitch in FIFA 23. When these shots are performed in the correct area of the pitch, they have an extremely high chance of going in, especially the trivela shot. To execute it, hold L2 or the left trigger while striking the ball with the outside of the foot from the areas displayed on the screen. Here's a little tip. Players with lower shot power have a better chance of scoring with these shots, as the ball tends to loop over the keeper instead of being a more direct and powerful strike. When defending, it's important to be mindful of leaving space in these areas, as it will encourage your opponent to attempt these shots. If they time it right, there isn't much you can do to prevent it.